Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. We are here tonight to talk about the finale and the reunion of Traitors Season 2. And like the rest of Traitors Season 2, it did not disappoint. I was in shock. I know I'm a week late. Y'all know I was out of town. I apologize. But I just watched the episode last night, so I was in shock when I first watched it. Tonight I have Ebby back with me, Ebby Reviews. And for the first time, I'm so excited Eric could make it over. I know you just got off work and you're a little bit tired, but I appreciate you coming over here because we cut up in the comments over at who all gonna be over there. I know I mess the name up all the time, but it's right there on the screen. So you can see it correctly. But we have a good time over there. So I'm so happy. Thank you for coming over here. Really B and El Teddy might pop up. I'm not sure. But I was already running late tonight, so we wanted to hit start and get into it. So let's start with the finale. This is our final chance to talk about this good season. This was probably one of the best competition reality shows of 2024 right now.
I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's confirmed that they have season 3. I can't wait for that as well.
Yes. Bring back Frasier to read everybody.
Wait,
at
hold
the
on.
round table.
People were saying they're gonna bring back Johnny Bananas and they're gonna bring back somebody else. I'm like, please don't.
We didn't need Johnny Bananas to begin with. He could have kept his banana ass where he was.
Feel like he's a superstar of this reality competition thing, and he got sent home first. So Johnny, get over it.
He was in his feelings. He was upset.
Right. Because they didn't have to bring back Kate. If we being honest, they didn't have to bring her back.
Who?
No, but she was fun. Kate.
Yeah. She added a little spice to it.
I guess.
Just a little bit. At the round table. I prefer that,
Yeah. Hey, Really B.
Hey, y'all. Sorry I'm late. Hi.
Hey.
It's okay. I was the queen of lateness today, so I'm just happy you could make it. Real quick,
going on midnight.
I know we live, but Really B, this is Eric and Eric Really B.
Nice to meet you.
He said it was midnight.
It's going on midnight. I said, where is Angie? Talking about be here at 6:00 and me, my crazy self trying to be on. I should have known better.
I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me put this down. Let me put it down. We just get started. I'll put it down. We were just getting started, Really B. We're on Kate's murder. We're at the finale. Kate gets to murder somebody. She's all alone. And I don't understand why she picked Sheree, because you got rid of your numbers. You got rid of your alliance. It's CT or Trishelle, easy.
Can I address the elephant in the room at this point?
Go ahead.
I honestly feel like this whole final episode was production. It made no sense for Kate to kill Trishelle. I mean, to kill Sheree. None. No strategic point at all. And I mean, I'll wait till we get to how everything went at the end. But I'm watching and I was just like, this just seems so produced to me. But I'll wait. But that moment, I agree.
I was shocked, Really B. I was shocked.
You was shocked?
I was like, because why? Because it didn't make sense to me.
Right. I was just the whole finale made no sense to me. I mean, you know, it made for good TV. Don't get me wrong. It was great entertainment, but strategically, I know Kate plays like, but she's not dumb. It just didn't make sense. Like you knew that Trishelle and CT were locked. You knew they were locked. And you also knew that they were coming for you. You know what I mean? You knew they were coming for you, even though for whatever reason CT flipped in the final round table, but you knew they had their eyes on you. So why would you keep one of them would have had to go, and for me it would have been Trishelle.
Trishelle, baby. What?
I've been trying to kill Trishelle since the 3rd episode.
You really have been.
I had her dead a long time ago. Evie. I had she was on my hit list.
One with peppermint.
Since she said that she had the best outfits and then had the audacity to put them chicken gloves on. Die.
Outfit
Without
Die
where
today. Death to you. A
Listen.
pox on your house.
the,
What do
the
you
And
mean?
devil
then
is a
Michelangelo
liar.
hats on that she thought she was wearing. Like, I just.
Girl,
Ooh, ooh, I'm sorry. I'm
if
gonna
you
put in
don't
the I'm
get
gonna put in the
some,
private chat because I'll forget. Y'all know my ADHD. Go ahead. It has nothing to
if
do with this show, and that's why I'm sorry. My
listen,
fault.
if you don't put some preparation H on them bags under your eyes and get out of my face, ma'am, please.
Well, you know what? That's what I need her to do. I need her to take some of this money she just stole from MJ and go take care of that. Go.
Mm.
All the
I'm
money you done
all
won.
that money, and that was the best dress she could find. I'm still mad at that reunion dress.
Not that arts and crafts kindergarten dress that she
Not
put
that
together.
Project Runway unconventional materials
Unconventional
dress that she
chicken.
had
But wait a
on.
minute. But hold up. At least she planned for the event. CT looked like he forgot about it and was like, oh shit, I gotta get to the
Oh,
reunion.
let me throw my little.
Like
CT
literally, that is what he wore the day before when he was running errands. Like I
Bitch
love
didn't comb his
CT
hair down or
Madison,
nothing.
man. Like that is just who he is. But it is hilarious because I was like, you just didn't care.
He
You were
didn't
just like, I'm gonna
care.
show up.
The king
He
of
did
don't
not.
care. Because he didn't care this whole season to the last
He
week.
He
didn't.
really didn't.
So
And
And
CT
then
really played traders like how he plays the challenge. He sits back, he lets you take all the shots, he talk a little bit, and then in the end, he gonna steal it all. He played it just like how he plays the challenge.
he played great. I didn't mind CT winning. I just didn't
I
want that
loved it.
Trishelle.
I
I
did not
just I
Michelle
just I didn't want Trishelle to win anything.
at
A,
all.
a pox on her house and her crow's
I,
feet.
I
That's
can't wait till we get to this reunion because I have a couple of people to call out. But let's get through this finale. Okay, so Sheree is gone, and we don't care what she talking about reading that letter. Sheree, it's amazing you done figured out Kate on your way home, but you ain't figured out nothing this entire season. Bye, Sheree.
Nothing.
Bye.
spring summer
Because let's be
joggers.
clear,
That's what she
I
figured
wasn't mad
out.
to see Sheree leave. I just didn't understand why, if you had a choice between Trishelle and Sheree, that's what you chose. But let's be clear, the only reason why Sheree is still there is because Phaedra was a traitor. Had Phaedra not been a traitor, Sheree would have been gone.
Yeah,
Because I
Probably.
mean, let's be
I
clear,
agree.
what did she do?
She
Yeah.
ain't want no cute outfits neither. But anyway.
She had a
Um,
couple good, a
I ain't
few.
see Sheree wear nothing nice this whole. I ain't see her wearing that jogger. And it,
Well, no, but somebody said that she wasn't allowed to. But even if she was, she probably wouldn't have because she's just not.
She shined one good time when she was She-Hulk by Sheree when she picked up them big old containers and she was carrying them up the
I
mountain with
am
them shields.
screaming.
Did you say She-Hulk? Did you
She by
say
She-Hulk, Sheree. Yeah,
the only person in the world that liked Sheree's reunion look was DM Rocks. Oh, he liked Power
Hey,
Music.
DM Rocks.
Was Sheree at the reunion?
Yeah. Was she? Yeah. No? Was she?
I didn't recall Sheree saying a damn thing at the reunion. But anyway, I don't remember what the challenge was. I really don't care. Oh, they had to run around a mountain, and they gonna make us believe they really did all of that stuff in an hour.
No, ma'am. No,
Y'all
ma'am.
better than me because I said fast forward, fast. Oh,
I
go to
was
the round
scrolling.
table.
I was scrolling TikTok, but I remember that I'm like, it's no way they done repelled down a mountain, fought for 2-3 flags, swam across the ocean to a boat in an hour.
Ain't no way in hell.
Wait a minute. Don't
And
forget
did it.
that. Don't forget, CT had to go back to the beginning
Right. To get
and
the
get all of
codes.
the codes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
Well, that's as believable as the first challenge when they had 15 seconds, and we supposed to believe that all of them people swam to the middle of that damn lake in 15 seconds. I
Lies.
mean,
Lies. That's the biggest traitor of them all. The clock for these challenges.
The time clock.
the time clock. Okay.
Like, yeah.
Well, forget that challenge. Let's just get to the end of this all. We have a final roundtable. It got a little bit messy because in my mind, when I'm thinking of the strategy, I'm thinking, because mind you, I already knew the spoilers. I'm thinking, okay, it is best to go ahead and banish Sandra so we can have a traitor at the fire pit and we could banish, the traitor at the fire pit and not split this money 4 ways. So I understand the Sandra banishment. I think that was a strategic, not necessarily they really thought she was a traitor.
But I'm gonna say this: if I'm gonna pretend like I believe that it happened the way we saw it happen. Sandra, you did that to yourself. When CT, first of all, you know that CT, again, I have to go back to, we know that CT and Trishelle are locked in. You know that if you're talking to one, you are talking to the other one. So when CT approached you and you were like, yeah, you're right. It's Kate. And then when Trishelle approached you and you were like, yeah, you're right. It's Kate. And then you're in the van and you say something totally different to Kate. Why would you even allow there to be a seed of doubt when you already told them? Well, no, I'm sorry, I take that back. When you talked to Trishelle, you acted like, I don't know, maybe not. Right. So if I'm CT, I feel the same way. I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. You told me you was locked in. But now you telling Trishelle you don't know. And now Kate is telling me that you was on the van saying it's me.
Yeah.
I understand why CT flipped, but Sandra, you should have just been. And again, at this point in the game, hell, it ain't but 5 of y'all. You know, at least one of y'all damn.
Somebody gotta go.
Right, somebody gotta go. So my thing is, you know that at the end of the day, even if CT or Trishelle are traitors, again, maybe this is just me overthinking it. In my mind, I'd be like, yeah, but if I align with them, I at least live to see through this round table.
Right.
And I'll worry about the finale at the finale, but I got to get past tonight. So they didn't came to me. I got to let them, because at the end of the day, I know they're solid. So I didn't understand her being wishy-washy with them, knowing they're locked in. You know, MJ is a solo act. Kate is a solo act. There's only one alliance left, and they came to you, girl.
And they're from the same show. You know they're locked in.
Right. You know they were, but they've been locked in.
But that goes back to Kate being stupid and not killing Trishelle.
Right.
True. I agree. Because if Kate kills Trishelle, then CT is alone, and now they do have the numbers.
Yeah.
And CT not pulling that stunt at the end either.
Not at all. Not at all.
No. And I think, honestly, in that case, I really feel like Sandra and CT, when I feel like they would conspire, like, okay, we the gamers, we the last one here. Let's figure out a way to banish these other two people here so we can take it all. Because that's what I thought was going to happen. Me either.
I know I'm jumping ahead, but I've always said in videos before the season even started, I'm tossing sandbags until it's 2 people left. I'm always tossing it until it's 2 people left, just because I want the most to do. So I'm not really mad at you for tossing them sandbags at the end. It's like y'all said, it's just Trishelle tossing hers. That one just irked my spirit. But what happened next? Okay, we done with the banishment. Let's get to the sandbags. I did remember when Sandra said Kate looked like a traitor, and Kate was really proud of that.
I just cracked up though, because Sandra was like, "It's not my fault. I had traitor angels." Like, y'all, that's what I did. What I do.
Sandra. That's what got Sandra when she started talking about traitor angels, and because I'm cool with the traitors, they protected me, and that was my strength. I'm like, Sandra, you're doing too much yippity yapping. Like, traitor angels is
like, we understand it, but these people at the table,
they don't understand that. That sounds like, yeah, I'm a traitor. I was kicking it with them.
Right. Then at a certain point, like you said, we're at the point now where nobody can hide behind anybody else. So you have to understand that everything you're doing, everything you're saying is on Front Street. I don't know. It's just weird to me.
Yeah. Now, the first toss of the sandbags was expected. Everyone knew Kate was a traitor. We're going to get a red sandbag. I really don't even care about them banishing Kate. Anything about banishing Kate.
So my problem is, I think you were kind of mentioning it really earlier. It's like her whole, this from the finale up into from the beginning of the finale to this point, it didn't make sense. Like, one, you knew somebody got murdered, so why would you throw a darn green sandbag? Somebody just got murdered.
And Sandra just said she wasn't faithful. Right.
Just said she was a faithful, and then she gonna get in the confessionals. I really wouldn't have felt good taking the money anyway, coming in this late in the game as a trader. So
Kate, we seen you from your show. We know how you like your designer t-shirts. Like, everything Kate has is designer. We know you wanted that money. You did not come here left your newborn baby at home just to make friends. And I'm just happy. No, Kate, stop. I did feel I could see that really be. It seemed like the last episode, Kate threw in the towel. Like,
Which is ironic, as you said you were mad because Phaedra didn't fight the week before, the round table
and then
before.
you didn't fight.
And then since if that was your whole goal, you knew you was gonna get to the end and throw it in the way, why didn't you just leave Sheree in there so Sheree could get to the end and you just take out your shell
Right.
and let one of the Bravo girls get to the
Right. I'm gonna be honest. I honestly don't. I think that when traders called Kate, like she said, I thought it'd be fun. I wasn't doing shit else. I thought it'd be an easy check. She never intended to work. So once she became a trader, I think and like she said, she wasn't really given a choice.
Right. Be a trader.
You know, she wasn't really given much of a choice. It was kind of like either you become a trader, you're going home. So, but I don't think she was ever really interested in being a trader. And then when Phaedra left, and she was like, Phaedra, you left me without a game plan. What game plan, girl? It's 5 of y'all left. What is the game? What was she supposed to tell
somebody
you?
And get on with it. Dang it.
Right. And when was she supposed to give you this game plan? On her way out, was she supposed to say, yes, I'm a trader? Oh, by the way, Kate, what was she supposed to
Kate,
do?
make sure you
Get that help with your shell.
Right.
Right.
Please.
What she's supposed to do.
But Phaedra could have did that. She could have been like, whoever is the trader around the table,
You
make
know
sure
who to get.
Right.
But she couldn't even confirm that there was a trader, right? Because remember, they were acting like, did you get all the traders? Did you not? So, like, because that was before there was a murder. So they didn't know whether they had gotten everybody or not at that point.
True.
They had me cracking up like when they talking about, oh, it could be 3 left. I said goodbye. It's 5.
Right. Like, come on, you know it ain't no 3. Like, stop playing with me.
They just needed any excuse to take all the money. I always feel like honesty could have worked. But okay, now we at the second sandbags. And mind you, I already knew the spoiler, but the freshness in me was like, okay, everybody throw these green sandbags and let's split this money. But here go Trishelle, here go CT, red sandbags. Immediately, MJ knew what was up. She was like, what the fuck? What? Hold up. MJ already knew what was up when them sandbags went red. We get to voting. Of course, CT voted MJ. MJ don't know who to vote for. I feel like she had CT first and she erased it and put Trishelle.
She
should have kept it.
Girl, you stick with your first mind, MJ. Stick with your first mind. She voted Trishelle, and then Trishelle, what did she do? She done voted for CT, talking about you switched up at the table, so I ain't know.
That was her punishment for him not lighting her fire at that damn.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
all
that's
that
what it
was. You ain't lying.
That's what that was. She was like, I'm still mad.
And I'm gonna tell you, she took a chance, right? She took a chance to say, just in case maybe MJ does vote. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you're right. You're right, Abby. That was her get back. Yep. That's exactly it.
After that, and if I'm NJ, she just said she just did all that. I would have turned to CT. That's your home girl. That's your friend. Just tried to vote you out.
We voted.
What if I would have voted you? Yeah.
The fault for somebody to switch to Trishelle, for PT to switch to Trishelle. Like, oh, that's who you just voted for me for, the girl who just voted for you. Okay, let's get her out.
Or if she wanted the girl power thing, I was thinking the same thing. I'm sorry, Trishelle. You're right. You gave me some good points. He did switch up. Let's vote him out. Let's do something. And she just stepped
they'd have voted me out, because when I say I would have cussed CT out for his whole life, you big dumb dummy. The fuck is wrong? Like, I would have cussed him smooth out, and I'd have been like, fuck this, and I'm out. Go on, put my name on the thing. I'd have been upset.
Alan, call the guards. Alan, call the guards. Give me a pass.
It's like a big dumb dog that won't stop eating. Look at you. I'd have went nuts. I would have went crazy. How very dare you?
Sandra said in the car, MJ and Trishelle agreed to vote out CT. MJ, I didn't remember MJ and Trishelle agreeing to vote out CT.
Maybe it was like some off camera.
It could have been.
I think.
But
Cassandra been talking all the stuff in the interviews that she been having. She said it was a Newport 100 alliance, the smokers alliance out there. The folks that
Not the
smoke
smokers
break.
alliance.
Not a Newport one.
Not
Newport
the
that-
Newport 100.
No, with that group, that was
Yeah.
Marlboro Reds in a box. That wasn't no Newport one.
Right, because I'm like, the black people was out there smoking. What's going on?
She just said it was a smokers alliance, and Kate was like, "We're not even allowed to talk, so it wasn't nothing like that." And then Trishelle was like, "Don't be putting us on blast." So it was like conflicting,
That was some
opinions
Misty
on that.
Menthol 100.
Misty Mint, yeah.
Not the Misties.
Man,
Yeah,
so
I know. Thin light cigarettes.
Yes.
I used to work at 7-Eleven my first year before college, and it was a lady who used to come get those Misty Menthols, silver.
100s, the long ones, the long thin ones.
Listen,
I didn't even knew Trishelle smoked, but whatever.
I didn't know she smoked it, but I will say this. Now I am going to say this. I used to work at when I used to work at the bank. I mean, it was like the collections. It wasn't like an actual branch. And them smokers, they had a whole separate world because they had their own area where they could go out and smoke. And they used to get away with taking more breaks than the rest of us because they get that little nicotine, and they would be out there straight up having whole conversations. They knew like they had a whole they had a clique. They do listen. The smokers do end up with a clique, so I could see it. Because honestly, they probably were able to smoke. They probably didn't want to get them on camera smoking. So they were probably able to be over there without a lot of cameras. They probably had a lot of time away from the cameras where they could really have an honest conversation. They probably did.
Yeah.
Listen.
Now that I think about it, they probably had a whole
so
situation going on.
even if they weren't talking back there, so what happens? Right. So what happens? So even if y'all weren't, there was a producer there while y'all was out there smoking. So what happens when y'all go back inside? Would y'all not congregate together and have conversation then? Because you bonding over smoking y'all cigarettes.
Who was in the smokers crew? Trishelle, Kate, and who else?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I hang out. I don't smoke, but I hang out with the smokers.
Who else look like they smoke? Kevin looked like he a smoker.
Kevin don't smoke nothing. He can barely put 2 feet in front, 1 foot in front of the other.
But Kevin looked like a smoker though. Kevin looked like a smoker. I'm gonna see who else was in the cast that looked like they might be a smoker. John looked like he an old smoker. John looked like he's been smoking since he was 10 years old, hanging out with Oliver Twist.
And probably Ekansu too.
Can I have some more, sir?
Right. Ekansu looked like she might smoke. Shoot,
she do because she
Pickle
put that
Juice
chalice
like
in her mouth.
Might smoke.
Right.
Pickle Juice might smoke.
Who is Pickle Juice?
Poverty. Okay, Poverty. They don't say her name. They just say P word.
She's the Keanu of this season. We don't call her by her name.
C2.
We don't call Pantene Pro V by her name at all.
But he might.
He sounds like a smoker.
CT feels like he hangs out with the smokers because he's part of the cool kids.
CT look like he smoke. He don't smoke nicotine. He look like he smoke, but maybe not the nicotine.
He
on them he on them herbal cigarettes because
you know what I'm saying. He on them special Twiggy Wiggies.
Dabu said CT do smoke. Dabu said CT smokes.
He probably does.
Now he looked like he's smoking the Marlboro Reds shorts in a box.
Not the short box. He do look like CT look like because look, CT grew up in the hood. I mean, he grew up in the white projects of Boston. Like it was in the white project. So what do they? I know in the black projects is the Newport. What they smoke in the white project?
Marlboro Red shorts in a box.
Okay, Abby just.
I told you, that's the equivalent to Newport 100s in a soft pack.
Listen, heavy on the soft pack because like you want the hard pack and the soft
pack.
Listen, don't mess around and get them that hard pack and they ask for a soft pack. You would think,
right?
You start World War
II. They love that.
Listen. Look, I ain't never been no smoker. But I've had people, you be like, "Oh, we going to the store? Anybody want something?" Don't let me mess around and pick up because to me it don't make a difference. If you say Newport 100s and the soft pack. I don't know the difference. I don't care. I don't think it makes a difference.
I
Baby,
do.
I
Just
bought
give me
something
the
back the
both.
wrong time. Baby, my sister
You will get cussed.
left. My sister went back to the store. I was
They
like,
said
well,
this is
damn,
wrong.
for real?
Yes,
Don't
For
pick
real?
up the regular, the
because my
Marlboro.
stepdaddy is cools in a box, cool shorts in a box, and my husband's was
Baby.
Newport 100s in a soft pack. You got to know the difference. Please don't bring
And
the
don't
wrong
with
thing
when
back.
Oh,
it comes to the Marlboro, you
listen,
gotta if you
she
don't
was
want the regular ones or the
and then
ultra
look,
lights.
right,
Come
and then
on.
had an attitude with me.
Friends.
Listen, my
Right.
aunt Dot was the Misty Slims 100 in that little white patch. Listen, don't bring her back
My
the wrong
godmama used to
cigarette.
smoke.
To
My
the little
grandmama used to
skinny
smoke.
ones,
What was
too.
the real slim ones? They were real slim. What were they? They might have been called Virginia. Were they Virginia Slims?
Then them Misty.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia Slams.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what
Virginia
but she used to
Slims.
smoke them. They were real slim and they were brown. They weren't white. They were brown and they were
The Black and
long and they were
Mouse.
very.
Oh,
No, they weren't black and
No,
white. Baby, I know black
she
and
she
I
know
know
black
black
and
and
white.
white.
wine
But
tip.
jazz, baby,
Listen,
jazz.
Jack.
But anyway, okay,
fix it,
wrong
Holy
conversation.
Ghost.
Let's get back. Come on.
Okay, because
How we
we
got off?
all the cigarettes around the
It's
counter.
listen.
Okay, we on the second beanbag toss. And this
Not
one,
the beanbag.
whatever they throwing in that fire pit, them
Bad,
beanbags.
bad, bad.
Okay.
MJ goes home. MJ is upset.
As she should have been. That was effed up. Because like Abby said, that was just greed at
Played in
that
her
point.
face.
That was
Played
just
in her
pure
face.
greed at that point.
It was.
I'm
MJ went
conflicted because the gamer and me, I understand it. Like I want as much money as possible, but don't sit here and play in my face talking about, oh, I think there's another trader. You don't think there's another trader.
right. Yeah.
Ain't no way. Like, don't sit here and play in my face. Like, you just say y'all want the money. I could
There's
respect
so
if
many
y'all would have
people
say
that
we best friends. Right.
No.
Right, because I'm gonna be honest with you, that would have been epic too. If they had said that, and then well, if CT hadn't screwed it up the first time, but if that had happened and they just could have looked at MJ and said, listen, MJ, we've been an alliance from the beginning. We said from the beginning we were taking each other to the end. And I'm sorry, you just a casualty of war. It could have been anybody sitting in your spot, and the same thing would have happened. And it's just gameplay, no hard feelings.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like
She
you
still
said,
would have been mad.
well, and she
She
should have
would've.
been mad. Don't get me wrong. She had every right to be mad. But like you said, just tell me the truth. Be like, listen, we playing this. We said we was gonna take it to the end, and we had our bumps along the way. But it was always gonna be the two of us to the end.
It was very much it wasn't you. It will never gonna be you. Listen,
Exactly.
It's not you,
That's
daughter. It's just never was
Because
gonna be you.
had it been Sheree, the
it
same
wasn't
thing
in
would
his
have
will, baby.
They would have did the same thing to Sheree as well. Whoever
Right, that's what
was-
I'm saying. Had it been Sheree, it'd have been the same thing.
But CT
Yeah,
would have
but
been gone if it was Sheree, because she would have voted out a man. She would have voted CT out.
Yeah, CT.
I
she,
believe.
yeah, it would have been CDT would have been on the sidewalk, looking sad.
Going home.
Had she voted out now had she voted out Trishelle,
Yeah.
I think it would have been Sandra in the end with either CT or MJ. I mean, or Sheree. I think they would have got because remember MJ was kind of coming for Sandra too. I think if Sandra had stayed and they got rid of Trishelle, I think Sandra would have been able to convince CT to get rid of MJ.
Absolutely.
Because they already knew Kate was the traitor.
Mm-hmm.
Kate was going. Kate
Yeah.
was the traitor.
Kate was
But
going.
I think it would have ended up being MJ and Sheree at the end. I mean, not MJ, Sandra
CT.
and
Sandra.
Sheree at the end.
Sheree. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Because I think if Sandra had been able to stay through that banishment, and they would have banished,
she wins for sure.
right? And they would have banished MJ or Kate, right? Let's say no, they would have got rid of Kate, right? Had
Yep.
Sandra not acted up, Kate goes, so there's no murder that night because the last traitor's gone. Now I don't know what happens in that instance. What happens after that? If they get rid of all of the traitors, what happens? Angela, I'm sorry, kiss my cheek.
They've never had a season where there wasn't a traitor at the fire pit, so I don't know what happens because I watched.
Okay, so that's all. Okay, so that convinces me even more that that's a production thing. Okay, because there's no way that never, ever people figure this shit out. So that
Well, this is
convinces
only
me even
season
more.
2. This is only
No,
season
but
2.
no, Sandra
Across all the
she's talking about all of the traitors, like
Oh.
all of the different versions. So that convinces me even more that this is a production thing. Okay, never
But I've
mind.
seen Faithfuls win before too. Faithfuls have been able to get the traitor out at the fire pit, but every season I watched, there's at least one traitor at the fire pit.
Yeah.
They
I don't
probably
know.
It,
Y'all seem real upset with MJ in this chat. What's wrong
no.
with
oh, they
y'all?
said she don't deserve a thing, baby. That's what
I
they
wanted
saying.
to address something. I didn't like how they tried to play an MJ face, like, oh, the
Face.
game is, we know how to get over it. Are you guys serious? We see y'all every season on Twitter upset somebody did you wrong and swindled you out of your $1 million Survivor or Big Brother win. So Bananas, the only reason you stole some money is because Sarah put you in elimination right before the final, and that's why the very next season you stole all of Sarah's money. So what do you mean gamers don't hold grudges and we get rid of it real quick? I didn't like how
That's a lie.
they face. Let MJ be mad. Let MJ cuss y'all out. This the reunion. That's what that's for.
Because was Sandra and Parvati not been beefing for the last 15 years?
Right, because of Survivor.
Over
Y'all didn't
right.
let stuff roll off y'all back. And who really needed to shut the hell up was John. I wanted somebody to curse John at that reunion so bad. Sir, shut up.
He had something to say after everything.
Everything.
Like, sir,
Nobody
nobody's
Like, you are
talking
not in
here.
Parliament. Didn't we just we
We
already established this? You are no longer in Parliament.
established that this is not Parliament. And for you to get
You are
to your
not God.
and to
Okay.
sometimes to shut up.
So, oh my God,
Phaedra
she just
was
had
first
something.
chair because Phaedra is the true winner of the show. Like Phaedra is the star of the
Say
season.
hi,
That's why
people.
she first chair. Hey,
Hey.
Phaedra is first chair because she is the star of the show. It just happens that CT and Trishelle won the show, but Phaedra was the star. And also best dressed at the reunion. I love that dress.
She ate that. She had many a looks. Okay. Many. And we can't blame. I loved it. I loved her entire thing.
Peppermint, I was fighting for you all season for you to come to the reunion and your funeral look. What did she have on?
I expected more from Peppermint as well in terms of outfit choices. But I mean, somebody said they think like Peppermint may come back too, just because how she was done so wrong.
Everybody can't come back. Sometimes you just gotta
Why
lose.
she can't come back?
Sometimes you just gotta lose. On every one of these shows, somebody has to go home first. So everybody can't just keep coming back.
That's a no for me. That's a no.
Did somebody ask why was Phaedra in the first chair? Did you watch the season?
I explained.
They had
She
a
was
whole
the star of
montage. They said, "Hold on, let's look back at our iconic
Let's
lines
look at
of the
what
season."
Phaedra did this season, right?
Right.
Because she
The
was the
rest of
star
y'all
of the
were
show.
supporting cast.
Excuse me.
Y'all were the rest of y'all, even though you may have won the money, you are also Rans. You were not the star
You
of
were
this whole
extras,
production.
okay?
You
I
were.
didn't think so, Dr. Ivy girls. Ain't nobody asked Sheree nothing this whole reunion.
Cause she ain't know
do
nothing. Bless her heart.
Yeah.
Ain't know nothing, didn't do nothing.
She just better be happy Andy letting her be a friend next season, or she'll really be out of some checks.
I'm sorry, Miss Kiki, I missed it because my grandson came in. He's
Oh,
pitiful
she's
right
sweet.
now.
Okay,
My
I
bad.
think it
My
opened up.
bad.
Bananas had to make his speech, and everybody had to rub his back and tell him how good he is in the games, and that's why he had to go first. Like, Bananas,
That's
get
the
a
only thing Dan did right was convincing Phaedra to take him out first. That's the only
You
thing
right,
he
they
did
did.
right.
They did ask her about the bird calls.
and that's it. They had to look at ass. That's it.
That's it. That's all we got.
You and Kevin, y'all get up here and make an ass of yourself real quick.
And he looked like a whole cockatoo with his hair sideways, flipped up, and
Listen.
all over the place.
Okay, after
Yeah.
CT, they went to Peppermint, and again, I addressed. Peppermint had an emotional moment that I really understand. I don't really want to say. I just feel like I don't really feel like it was a anti-LGBT or trans reason to get Peppermint out. But since it was Trishelle, you never kind of know. But I do want Peppermint to stay on the show longer. But again, sometimes you just have to accept this show is for money. This show is not for you to be an inspiration to people. You can inspire people while you're on the show. But if you get off, you get off. Nobody gonna just let you stay longer because you want to inspire people. That's not what these
But
games are for.
But
Davon
I
said,
understand. I understand what she meant because they it's kind of human nature to ostracize who's the most
The one that's
other
different, right?
of the
the other,
group, and
yeah,
she was the most other person without anybody really knowing each other. She's the odd man out,
yeah.
kind of
And they could have,
regardless. So
because I don't think they even had anybody else LGBT there, did they?
Not that
Alan.
I know of.
That was Alan was there, so they could have at least had somebody else, to make the cast more diverse.
So she could
well,
relate. Yeah. But
Somebody that
Davon said on her podcast, because she was reviewing the trailers too when she caught back up. She was just saying like Peppermint comes from a show where being yourself, being expressive, that's what you're supposed to do. And you don't take slick what Trishelle said to her, like you don't take that, as serious. And when the way she responded, but she didn't realize that in the games like this, those type of things are used against you because this is a
mm-hmm.
game. And so she didn't realize that her, if you're a traitor or what saying stuff like that and getting up and walking out of the room thinking everything is cool and cute. But that's the same stuff
they
that people
taking it too
use to target
serious.
you in a game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so her lack of understanding.
and can I say something? And this may come out sounding very insensitive. I don't know. But can't your presence just be the statement? Do we have to make a speech every time?
When your face looks like that and you got that dress on, I guess you must make a speech.
I can't stand it. No.
Yeah, I agree. Because that dress and stuff wasn't that cute.
Y'all get on my nerves. I
I
ain't
can't
doing this.
stand y'all.
Well, I mean, there was a speech. She was asked. So
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. They said Porcupine is with a woman.
Oh, she is. I forgot. Yes, she is.
Because she divorced her husband and then she came out.
Oh, scandalous. She
I don't
divorced
think
her
it was
husband.
scandalous. That was just
She was in
an
an abusive relationship. So
that was just an ordinary thing.
yeah.
I don't think it was a scandal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
I mean, she
okay.
divorced. Oh, okay. Well, okay. But I mean,
Okay,
again, don't get me wrong. I'm here for it. And I mean, I have always loved Peppermint. I remember Peppermint from her season on Drag Race before she transitioned. I have been in love with me some Peppermint. But I just feel like it just gives me Laverne Cox. Like, I love Laverne Cox, but everything with Laverne Cox is a speech. Girl, just be on the red carpet and do your red carpet, honey.
Wait. I don't know who said this, but somebody said, "Can we find some other representation?" I'm sick of looking at Laverne Cox because she's not the only one that can represent us.
I mean,
well,
Her
right.
back
We
really
we would
big.
love that, but Laverne is the only one they've let through the door. We got to let somebody else through the door. Now Laverne done left the door cracked. Somebody else can scooch their way on in the door.
Billy
Laverne might
Porter
have shut the door.
Billy Porter them bulldoze this way in because when they need a black queer, it's Billy Porter. Whenever we need
Is
a
he
male
the is
queer,
he the
it's Billy Porter.
RuPaul? Is he the RuPaul or Billy Porter? One of
Right,
the two?
it's RuPaul, Billy Porter, and Laverne Cox, honey. That is what
Well,
we.
they like
That is the
Coleman
trifecta.
Domingo now. We like
That is
Coleman
the
Domingo.
trifecta, huh?
Coleman
Who?
Domingo.
Now,
He's
but
queer.
that's very recent. That's this year. Yeah,
Mhm.
Coleman.
I didn't. Okay, that explains his wardrobe choices for the Oscars.
Yeah,
I
he
was
might be a white
unaware.
man. I mean, of course he is, right?
Oh, not he like white me. Oh, that's
He's letting a
disappointing.
few more
But
people through the door, but they do need to let more trans through the door.
I'm gonna say this, and this is going to sound. I mean,
Representation.
this is going in a different
Mhm.
direction. But let me see Coleman in 5 more years. Like he was hot this year because he was nominated, and because he, like you said, he's giving fashion on the red carpet. But he was at all of the shows because he was nominated for the awards. Let me see where he is next year or the year after next if he doesn't have like one of those movies
Commercials
that
and
blows up. Right? Does he stay on the
Mhm.
list?
listen, I didn't say he was giving fashion. I said that explained his fashion choices.
I love his
But that's another conversation altogether.
Abby Marie.
I like Coleman. I think he was very bold in his choices, very
I like
unapologetic,
it better than
very,
Billy Porter.
very. I'm here, I'm queer, and you're gonna like it. Mm-hmm.
Sure,
Listen,
if he
I'm
says so.
sorry.
I agree. Maddie
Oh my
is getting
goodness.
through the door. She'll be
Maddie
there
is
since.
definitely pushed. Now you
Oh,
want to talk
I
about
love
somebody that's
T.S. Madison.
bulldozing.
I love T.S. Madison.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
want to talk about somebody that's bulldozing her way through. Then
Come
TS is
on,
Yes.
bulldozing her
niece.
way through that door now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
love T.S.
she is. So I
Madison.
get and again, I can see her, Maddie doing a red carpet. Like
Yes.
I think it would be freaking hilarious to see T.S. Madison give me an Emmy
She's
red carpet,
won an
bitch.
Emmy.
They did put T.S. on season 3. Put T.S. Madison on season 3 of the Traitors, please.
Oh,
That
Yes.
is gonna be a mess.
Yeah.
And
I
she has
am.
to be a traitor.
Ooh.
She has to be a traitor because y'all can't back
Oh
y'all
yeah.
put her up out first. No.
I don't think she gonna know
I
what to
will
do.
say this though, yeah. If TS won the show, she definitely would need to be a traitor. I feel
Yeah.
like, listen, I have a whole list of, and I know I'm not. Well, TS is part of the World of
I would
Wonder.
prefer. I would need Bob to be on there. I just.
Mm. Ooh, I
I need
like
hit Bob and Monet and make one
uh
a traitor and one not.
Give me
So
Alyssa
yes,
Yes.
Edwards. I think Alyssa Edwards would be freaking hilarious
I love
please.
Alyssa Edwards.
on
I
Traitor.
would.
oh,
I would die.
the what's the name? I can't remember their name. It's the one that Jasmine Masters. I like Jasmine. Yeah, they put
Jasmine, but
Jasmine.
Ooh,
Jasmine wouldn't. Jasmine can't. She
cause
can't.
she gonna be at the round table just as I thought. Trash.
Yeah, they gonna get rid of Jasmine. Well, 2 episodes.
Jasmine, yeah, if Jasmine ain't a traitor, she gone.
And she probably gonna give it away being a traitor.
Bro, they would have to edit her out because she would probably cuss them all out on the web. Like it would be like, what happened to Jasmine's exit speech? Chopped.
Ain't
Yeah.
there.
It's gone.
Ain't there.
Listen, I'm here for entertainment. Shoot, if nothing
Listen.
else, entertain me.
Because
But
even
TikTok,
Alyssa
we give
Edwards
y'all
not
these
in
baby.
drag, it's still Alyssa Edwards, and so that personality is still there. Same
Yes.
thing with Bob. Same thing with Monet. Bob out of
Mhm.
drag is just as freaking hilarious. Like
Yes.
actually,
Yes.
yeah. And can you
Listen.
see Bob coming through? Because Bob has interesting fashions as well.
Listen. I just want Alyssa Edwards to come on. She gonna get put off because she don't have no artifice about her at all. And then when she get up to leave, she was gonna be like, "Ladies, gentlemen, and judges, my name is Alyssa Edwards."
And thank you.
And I am
I can
okay.
see her. Listen, in full geesh, 6 feet tall. Listen,
Yeah.
no,
No, Jimbo. I
no,
can't stand
Janae,
Jimbo. I'm
no, you
sorry.
don't like Jimbo.
If I never
A
see
pops,
Jimbo again and
a
his
pops on
titties,
his
I'm
house.
fine.
I'm
I'm
sick of
fine.
him.
Not the American one. Let him play on the UK traders.
We don't even want that.
I
No,
don't want him
return
there
to sender.
either.
We don't want it. No thanks. Return. We don't want it. We don't want
Okay,
it.
we went down a
Y'all are
RuPaul's Drag Race rabbit hole, and we just was on the
Right.
second
We got to come
part of
back. We got to come
the
back.
reunion. So who they talked to third? I feel like third they went over there to because they
Peter.
went to the first boots first. Peter, and Peter gave Phaedra a rose. If I was Phaedra, I wouldn't have took it. But I mean, Phaedra is her beef is with Dan, really. So
She mentioned, like,
he likes
I
the
see
people.
why she took it because she mentioned she did like at the beginning. She's like, "Oh, Peter from The Bachelor," because she's the
Yeah,
Bachelor Nation girl.
it's a bachelor for,
So,
fan.
so I understood it.
But Peter, I think Peter was just kind of cool. Like he really had no beef. The only thing Peter really said was, Phaedra, you would have won the game if you would have made me a traitor instead of Kate. I think we all kind of
I
agreed
agree.
with that
Agreed.
episode
She could have
ago.
picked
So
anybody else, and she would at least made it to the end.
anybody but Kate. She could have made Trishelle, John, CT.
Yeah, Sandra.
Anyone at all.
Sandra was at the reunion like, why didn't you recruit me? Why didn't you recruit me? Alan, why didn't you?
She wanted to be a traitor so bad.
Cause you gotta take over spirit, daughter. You gotta take over spirit, and we just I can't. I talked to the Lord about it, and the Lord told me no.
And I agree because as much as I love Sandra, but Sandra, she know good and well if she could have took all that money for herself, she would have found a way. She would have made a wheel out of no one.
That's the name of the game. I don't understand why people get up here. I didn't want to take money from any of you. I love everybody. This is the name of the game. Nobody
No, I can
asked.
take all of your money.
It's the name of the game. Anybody could have been a traitor. I didn't raise my hand. Anybody. I think the only person that was raising their hand was Sandra. If she ever get another chance, please let
Janelle
her.
did too. Janelle, she told Trishelle as soon as they walked in, "Are you a traitor?" No. Well, if you are, recruit me. Please recruit me. Janelle wanted to be a traitor so bad, baby.
She sure did,
Oh,
because
she wanted
Janelle
it.
did say something.
And she said she would have been a better. She told Jan she would have been a better trader than him. I don't
Anybody
know
would
about that.
have
But
Dan. Anybody would have been better than Dan. Let's go ahead and address Dan. And
Dirty Dan.
Phaedra is still mad because Phaedra said,
He's a
"What
piece
did
of
you
shit.
think? He is a piece of shit, a son of a bitch."
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you? It was like, we know how to let it go. Phaedra said, "No, I'm still mad." I said, "Be mad, Phaedra," because I always said if it wasn't for Dan going after Phaedra, nobody would, and everybody raised their hand.
And
Nobody
everybody in
would.
the cast, what everybody in the
Nobody
cast
was.
say, none of us knew where to even look
And
at
I
Phaedra.
thought, BS. You can't talk about I can't win this game if Phaedra was here when you knew you
You
was on
going
your way out.
home.
You wasn't winning no way. You were
Thank
just being
you.
Phaedra. And I'm so happy they let Phaedra light into him. I'm so happy he was eating his crow because yes, Phaedra ate you up, all of y'all up at every round table.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
it seemed
agree.
like they had a cockiness air about him at the reunion. Like, yeah, I lost, but ain't nobody better than me.
At
I'm
least I
like,
took out the queen. That's really what it is. That's what he really wanted to say. Yeah, I might have lost, but I took out y'all favorite. I took out y'all queen because of me. She didn't win. And it's like your bitterness. Like it was really bitter. Your whole move was bitter, and your explanation didn't make sense. Going back
it
to
made
the whole, I don't know if y'all saw it, but it actually makes me upset just a little bit or a lot of bit because going into that round table, I don't know if y'all saw this interview with Dan. But he says before they go into their round table, the one where he accuses Phaedra, he looks at Phaedra and she's singing like a hymn. And he was like, based on what she was singing and how she was looking at him, he knew that she was basically saying, whatever you do, I'm gonna follow your lead. I got your back. Just get me to work and I'm gonna hold you down. So the fact that he knew that all he had to do was do whatever he was gonna do, but she would have his back, but then you flip it on her and accuse her, knowing she would have had your back, that pisses me off because it makes no sense. Why would you go after someone? Because she probably could have helped yourself stay if you would have
right.
did what you were
Y'all
supposed to do.
could have flipped it on Parvati and you would have been able to stay. Because
And
all you
so for
needed
you to be like, well, I
because y'all could have
exactly,
recruited somebody. All you needed was one more week.
exactly,
He
and for
wanted.
you to be like, go ahead.
I still feel like it's against the rules. I guess it's not, but I thought it was against the rules to out the other traders. But I guess you can come for them at the round table. But
Yeah, it just
But
didn't
I'm
make
gonna be
sense. His
honest.
reasoning.
I'm sorry, I had to step away for a second, but I could hear you guys. I know that I know I'm going back for a second, but I just wanted to say this. I know that Janelle really wanted to be a traitor, but I honestly think Janelle would have done the same thing Dan did. I think she would have overplayed. I think she was so anxious and eager. I think she thought she's such a gamer and she got it all figured out and she just knows how to play this game. I think she would have done the exact same thing. I think she would have overplayed her hand. I think she'd have almost been like a little, bossy bully. And I think they would have wanted to get her out because, first of all, nobody liked her. So the round tables were going to be brutal for her anyway. And I honestly think that I think she would have, let's just, the same way Phaedra played Dan and let Dan be in control, she'd have done the same thing with Janelle. And Janelle would have done the same thing Dan did and take out personal vendettas and make bad gameplay and not thought things through. The only thing different had Janelle, Janelle would have probably recruited Dan or because even though her and Dan have their past, she knows him. So if they instead of the parakeet getting recruited, Dan might have gotten recruited. But
Yeah.
Janelle, I honestly think it would have been the same thing. But that's
She
my
actually made a good faithful. I don't know why she wanted to be a traitor so bad because her whole shtick is loyalty. So I think she made a good faithful. She just didn't know how to defend herself one at the round table, and she just was doing too much talking. If she would have kept her mouth closed about how she was flipping on Dan, she never would have been the target. She would have escaped banishment that night, and Dan probably would have went home because he wouldn't have known that she was coming for him. So she could have learned to close her mouth she would have made it a little bit longer because she was actually a good faithful because she had it figured out. She had a little crew going.
Janelle was an awful faithful. She was the only faithful where people said, "I know you're not a traitor, but you're a bad faithful, so you have to go." They were telling her
a bad faithful. I don't think so. Y'all, that's not my fault that y'all want to die. If there's a shield to be had, I'm gonna get it because I'm not trying to die. Y'all want to see her be?
I'm not even mad at her going for the shield. It was her attitude about everything. For me.
I see that.
I don't disagree with that.
This is my thing. I never would have recruited Poconos to begin with to be a
no.
Trader.
That was a terrible. That was a terrible.
That was a
and that was a Dan decision. Phaedra should have picked up for somebody she wanted because I think they both like Sandra. They should have got Sandra.
Yeah,
Sandra
they would have ate down with Sandra.
Sandra, I think Sandra would have been a good trader. I even think CT would have made a good trader. Only problem is I think CT would have ran into the same problem that Phaedra ran into with her loyalty to Sheree, keeping Sheree around, even when strategically it probably would have been better for her to get rid of Sheree at one point. And I think
Dan Sheree was floating dead wood. She was really
right, but
wasn't
I think
a factor.
But there were times when, like the last murder that Phaedra did, I honestly think she should have gotten rid of Sheree when she got rid of was it Bert? Who was it? Who was the last one? John, maybe.
She got rid of.
I don't know. One of those, I felt like it should have been Sheree, but I don't think she could make herself do it.
I felt like every murder it should have been Trishelle. It should have been Trish. It should have been Trishelle every single time.
I could give you that.
Well, it should have, instead of Burgerlicious, she should have kept Burgerlicious because Burgerlicious would have went to bat for her. She should have got rid of Trishelle that night instead of Burgerlicious. And I've granted she didn't know that Trishelle was on her head at that point.
I think didn't Bergie and Trishelle have a joint shield? So it would have backfired.
No, not that night.
Not that night.
It was the night. It was the night of the fire pit when she didn't get that. When she didn't get saved with the fire.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they boiled it down. It was like, do we do Bergie because him and Peter are besties, or do we do Trishelle because she's a part of that group? And they chose Bergie because they wanted to cut him off from Peter, but she didn't know in hindsight that she should have been taking Trishelle.
Again, if she had killed Trishelle and had forced Peter to be a traitor, she would have won. Because she would have ran the table. Because she would have immediately turned on Peter and been like, and then when he get out and he's like, yeah, I'm a traitor. He has to say he's a traitor now because now he was forced to be one. Then I'd have been like, see, he was a traitor all along. See, yeah, I look at me. I tried to tell y'all, listen, nobody wants to listen to me.
Yeah, Peter.
And she could have ran. She could have ran that to the end. She could have ran it to the end. Child,
there's so many. We could say what she could have done, but again, she has the same flaw as well. Coming from a show, there's no strategy involved. So she was here for friendship. Like she played the social game perfectly. But she didn't have strategy, and she used Dan and Parvati. I know y'all don't. Whatever y'all want to call it, porcupine. Yeah, they used them. She used them for the strategy aspect. Like y'all, we gonna figure out who to kill. But I'm gonna sit back and let y'all get all the blood on y'all hands, and I'm still be cute with everybody.
Which is again why she should have picked Peter, or somebody with gameplay instead of picking Kate, because she picked another person who again comes from a show where there's no strategy needed. And even though Kate had been here before, she was miserable when she was and wasn't good at it when she was here before. So pick somebody who can be the mastermind and you really the puppet behind the mastermind.
If she let Kate get up in there talking about, so what's the plan, girl?
I don't know. Girl, I don't know. What we gonna do? Child, I was hoping you had an idea.
Miss Juicy, what the heck we gonna do now?
I think that could be where production had their hand. Like maybe they made Phaedra pick Kate for the traitor since they brought Kate back for this second chance. Because I don't understand why she picked Kate.
I don't get it either. She should have picked
killer girl.
She should have picked Peter. Peter would have been the best cover for her.
Yep, because he was banished next. He would have been revealed to be. He would have been so pissed too at the table, just pissed because he know he going home.
Mad.
Know he got to say he's traitor.
Pressed.
Yep.
Upset.
No, he got it.
In his feelings.
Oh,
would
that
have
would have been
been
perfect TV.
magnificent.
Could you
Listen,
imagine Phaedra after he reveals he a traitor? See,
I
she'd have
told
been
you.
like, she would have been like, fix it, Jesus. Just Jesus, come on.
Yes.
and then she would have turned to Shell. So you must be the other traitor, and that would have got her behind.
Yep,
I
and
would
she
have
would
left
have.
her for the banishment.
And then nothing. Trishelle could have protested all day, and nobody would have believed her, and they would have kicked her out next.
Kill John next, and let them banish Rochelle.
Yep. And then
Yep.
all the
Yeah.
Peter Pals would have been what outside the castle.
Gone.
Now, I don't know what she would have did next because she would have still had to murder somebody, and they would have had to.
See that with her.
And
She
then,
was-
and then she could have recruited Sandra and let Sandra survivor their way out of the rest of this situation.
But yeah, I don't think they would have let her recruit because it was so close. But she would have been in the finale at least.
She
And
would have
since
been
there
in
was
the
a murder, yeah, she would have
MJ
to choose
might have won
between
finally.
Sandra, MJ. She might have would have killed MJ.
So I believe.
But
I still don't understand how Ekinsu thought it was appropriate to drink wine out that little rusty cup. It never dawned on her. It never dawned on her. Now, why is this girl giving me this wine in this little nasty, dirty cup?
Silly.
I don't want this.
You wouldn't have paid me. Couldn't pay me to
No.
put that on my mouth.
That's almost the mark of an alcoholic. Girl, you don't care what the vessel is. You just
Right,
go
like,
drink
Give
anything.
it to me. Give it to me.
Child. That's why you
Thirsty
died.
for
'Cause
something.
you need an
Thirsty
AA
for
meeting,
something.
daughter. Because what is happening? Why are you drinking out this little dirty, rusty cup? This girl came out the clear blue sky and was like,
Like,
"Here, girl,
I can
taste
see
it."
Kate being elitist. Just a little bit.
Who?
Wonder
Somebody
where
said it's
she
Kate elitist. I said I can see that.
hated
But
last season with normal
But
people,
I feel
but
like
enjoyed this
I feel like she's
season.
equal opportunity.
Right.
yeah, I don't think she really cared. But it's Kate.
That is the scary part.
Right. It's like she don't remember who gave her the drink. Well, how much did you have to drink, baby? How many drinks was you wait? How many drinks was you offered by people that you took
Right.
that you don't remember?
And it makes me wonder, like, when you in the club, like, that's rule number one. Like, why are you taking drinks from just random people handing
Random
you a cup?
people.
Who does that? Because, I mean,
And then the cast ain't no better because after that whole thing and Kate came back that same night, Kate was like, "Why are y'all taking drinks from people? Didn't somebody just die because they took a drink and y'all letting people offer y'all drinks?"
And it was
Like-
Poverty, the one still.
They were
offering-
clearly a part of the Lightning Can't Strike
Right.
Twice club. They don't care.
right.
They
Well,
don't
production
care.
won't do the same thing twice. We're safe. Okay.
Sure.
All right.
We be marching around that
Next
circle.
time it's gonna be in that steak that y'all was chewing on because Kevin talking about he couldn't stop eating. All he did was eat. So next time they're gonna put something in the turkey.
Kevin is just an
they
idiot.
be-
And, you know, I used to think that maybe Kevin couldn't be that dumb, but he is.
He is. He is that dumb. Poor
He is.
thing.
Rich and
Bless
dumb.
his
but-
heart. He's not
But
rich.
he ain't even that rich. That's the sad
He's not
thing.
even rich.
Oh, he's not.
No.
Oh,
He's the
He
broke.
he just on the show with
He
the
the
rich
broke.
people.
He the broke best friend.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the plus one.
Oh, this whole time.
The whole time.
Wow. Oh, that's why he needed that money. He should have played better then.
He couldn't. He
needed
did the
that
best
money.
he could. He did the
Listen.
best.
He did the best he could with what he had.
He did the best of his abilities.
Which weren't very much.
He is what
But
we as
amen.
teachers call. He is what we as teachers call the bless his heart child.
Yeah.
Bless his heart.
He was one of them children that Bush and them left behind, huh?
Yeah. Bless his
My
heart.
God on today.
Oh, my
Bless his
God.
heart. He did the best he could with what he had.
Mm.
Was
Yeah.
there anything else that stuck out from the reunion?
I have a prediction for next season, but nothing stuck out for me. I don't care.
Yeah, that was about the end of it because we already
Yeah.
talked about MJ and her feelings. What's your
Rightfully
prediction?
so. It,
Well, I told you guys in the group chat that I think Monet slipped up on when they were doing their review for RuPaul's, when her and Bob do their review, and she said something. Bob was saying they were talking about some sort of strategy with, I think, with the elixir or with the voting, like the beginning of the season where they were able to vote people. And Bob was saying Bob was fussing at Monet and was like, "Nah, Monet, you play soft. I've seen you on All Stars. You know, you play soft." He was like, "I play hard." And Monet was like, "Well, that was before Traders, but now I think differently. I have a different strategy now." So I was like, "Oh, well, wait a minute. Maybe Monet filmed already, but you were saying that they haven't filmed the season yet." But then I was like, "Well, maybe Monet got chosen." And Monet's doing his homework,
Research, yeah.
because he said he's specific, and I mean, it could just be as simple as he started watching the show and he likes the show. But me being a conspiracy theorist, I'm like, maybe.
And they putting drag queens on. Clearly, they putting drag queens on the show.
Clearly, they're looking for that, like you were saying earlier, looking for that representation, looking for that diversity. So I was like, I could see Monet doing it. Like I could see Monet doing Traders.
And who's to say they haven't filmed? Like, we don't think they have, but you don't know. They could have had some clandestine NDAs that are airtight, ironclad.
You don't know, because the thing is, they film these things and then we don't see them for 6 months, 8 months. Like, we don't know. So,
and she is the hot name on Twitter for the people they want from Drag Race. It's Monique and who else?
Monet.
Monet. You know who. About.
Put Monique on. They could put Monique on there too if they want to.
Did you mean Mo Hart?
Yeah, I do like her.
And Mo Hart is non-binary.
So them.
Oh, I didn't know Mo Hart was non-binary.
Yeah, when she did UK versus the World.
Now watch that one.
She came out as non-binary. And that's when she changed her name from Monique Hart to Mo Hart.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I done forgot Drag Race come on tonight.
And
it does. I'll watch it tomorrow. Bless God.
Well, I have too much to do tomorrow. I have to watch it tonight.
No, I'm gonna watch them people tomorrow too before I have to talk about them.
I'm not gonna be able to make it. I think I'm just gonna give up this season.
Listen, after all the Ready to Love, after all the drama of the voicemails and
I have only watched 3 episodes.
The audio getting leaked and somebody supposed to be accused of getting knocked up and child drama.
I might have
it's such a bad representation of Black love. I'm so disappointed.
How's the show keep going? I didn't even know what this show. I saw Kamisha reviewing about it.
Ready to let child. I'm never satisfied with the men that they put on this show. Like, y'all ain't got no more in the back. Y'all ain't got none on the shelf somewhere. Listen, please.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
Dabu
said filming got to be soon because Veronica skipped 40. Who was Veronica and what's 40?
From the challenge. Veronica from the challenge.
Oh.
You like me because I sure don't know who that is. Talking about.
I probably know her by face, but it's so many. I mean, I watched the challenge, but I can't keep up with all them people. I probably know
Veronica
her by face.
Is old school challenge. Like Veronica is old school original challenge. So.
That's what I'm saying. I probably, because I used to watch all that. I used to watch Roll Rules when they first started with Roll Rules. Remember when it was just Roll Rules versus
Real World.
Yeah, and then it evolved into. So I probably know who it is. I just, let me Google her. Hold on, let me Google her real quick.
They have been floating a few names out there for who they want for next season.
I don't know.
Veronica.
Oh, that is true. Cup Star. I remember she did
the challenge. MTV. Let me see her. Let me see her face.
Is she black?
Image.
She a Latin girl.
No, thank you. Return to sender. I don't want it.
Yeah,
I don't want a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Kiss My Cheeks asked me, "Do you watch the challenge?" No.
Nope. Sure.
Only time I watched the challenge was when my friend was on there. When Davon was on there, I watched for Davon. That's about it. And then I watched when our cookout people was on the USA. Other than that, not interested.
They
I
put
haven't watched
Peacock.
yet.
Let me look. No, I think it's Canada Traders is the one I haven't watched because I don't know where to watch it.
You can.
They should
It's
all
not
be
on
on
Peacock.
Peacock.
Canada Trader isn't on Peacock.
Canada always doing something weird. That's why they can't ever make. That's why they need 200 sponsors to run their shows because they always doing something stupid like that. I sent you a link to a place of off air. Angie, I got you. If you want to watch it, I got you.
I
Lord
do.
have mercy.
I do.
Cause Koozie, you know who Koozie is from BBK 11? Did you?
I think that name sounds familiar, but I don't watch BB Canada
Okay.
because I don't watch on links. If I can't stream it, then I mm-mm.
Oh my goodness. No, it's
'Cause
a website so you can see it. But I feel you too, because I'm like, why I gotta be watching on link? Somebody said,
I don't feel like clicking a whole bunch of links. I just won't watch it today. Peacock, then I'll watch it. But I think that's it, y'all. Thank y'all for number one waiting for me for being late. But thank y'all for doing traders with me this season. It was
It's been
fun.
fun.
It was fun.
y'all had me laughing throughout the season. I'll be in there. I would come back and watch after it was aired and be laughing on my way to work, cracking up. So
Well, I want to thank you for joining us for the final review of Traders. This has been a fun season in your lives. You over here, we just been having a good time with Traders. But please follow and support Eric. His podcast is
hey,
Who
who all gonna be there?
Gonna Be There. I could get it
It's
because
on Apple Podcasts.
Yes, it is. Apple
Okay.
Podcast, Spotify, YouTube. So
Come on
subscribe if
all
you
the
haven't subscribed.
things.
yeah,
Yes, and we on
Listen,
Twitter.
I'm subscribing now. But let me tell you something. I love that because that's my line. You invite me somewhere, I need to know who's gonna be there.
Absolutely. The main question.
That is my
The
and
main.
people get mad. Well, if you coming, either just come or not. Okay, well then I won't. It's okay.
right. I need to know what I'm walking into. Walking into.
Facts.
Thank you, Abby, for joining me. Me and Abby will be back next Wednesday for the Black people at the summer house and
Yes.
Yes, for the black people at the summer house.
for Drag Race. And that's about it. That's about it.
That's all we got until they put on some clothes for something else for us to drag them by their forehead.
Oh no.
Let's hope they put out season 3 sooner than later. Like, don't make us wait to 2025.
They need to start doing what Survivor do. Had them people already on the boat or on the plane by the time.
Yes. Soon as they move out the
Yeah.
castle, pack some more people in the castle and let's
Funny
get
Well,
thing
it.
is, they don't even stay in the castle.
they must have done that for they must have done that for the Amazing Race because you see there's another season starting. Like Amazing Race just ended like in November. And
Yeah.
I know
literally they
that.
start another
I know
season this
Phil
week.
is tired. I know Phil tired. He tired. He tired. He got to be tired.
So Phil just meet them at the pit stop. Phil just
Right.
be like, he just be sitting in his 5-star hotel till it's time to wait for them people at the pit stop.
And that's what they do for traders. They stay in hotels. They don't even stay in the castle.
I know, right? I was so mad.
I
Listen,
thought
that
they
was a
said
spoiler I
that-
did not need. That was a spoiler I didn't need because I really was mad. I was really disappointed when I found out they don't actually be in that castle.
I don't
'Cause it
because that
ruins the
castle look
whole-
like it got mice in it, and I no.
But they do all the theatrics of walking up to the room and going in the room.
Yeah.
They be in the bed,
You see them
laying
in
in the
their
bed.
room. Like, ugh. My feelings were hurt. I was disappointed, I must say.
Yeah.
Well, they really could bust them in. Well, anyway,
Okay.
that's it. Y'all. I'm not going to prolong this. I do have some Drag Race to watch for tomorrow and a presentation to get to type
Oh
into
God.
for as well. I'm procrastinating.
Now the-
Thank y'all again for
Thank
coming.
y'all.
Thank y'all again for watching. Please
Thanks so much
like
for
the
having me.
video. Please subscribe to everyone up here. And we will see y'all later for something else. Have a good night.
Night.
Y'all later. Have a good night.
Bye.
Lord.
AYE.